Hi guys, we know birthing a baby can be a difficult and a hard job, especially for new mothers who are doing it for the very first time. That's why today we want to do it practically, step by step, to show you what exactly you're supposed to do. And to help us understand this, we have Elizabeth, who is a nurse by profession. Elizabeth has worked with many first-time mothers to help them walk through this journey. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. Besides being a nurse, I have become a mother before, and it was not very easy to clean my firstborn. The first thing that you do when you are cleaning your baby is to make sure that the environment you are in is conducive. That means it should be warm. So you first close the doors and the windows, and by that we are considering that that child is probably below 1 year or 6 months. And then you can switch on the lights. You can have a heater. You can also probably have a jiko. You can light a jiko and make sure that the charcoals are a bit reddish so that it does not produce the carbon monoxide. You can use a heater so that the baby does not get any other infection or does not get cold. And then you prepare the things that you need to use. The first thing that you need to do, you prepare the basin. You should have a small warm cloth, and then the soap and the clothes, and probably the napkin or the pamper. In short, you should have all the things that you are supposed to use with you. You don't need to wake up and run for something when the baby is still in the waters. So after you have done all that, you should breastfeed your baby. You can put hot water, quite hot water, because sometimes it's only you with the child. So you can put, and the steam also helps the room to be warm. So by the time you are breastfeeding your baby is sweating, so there's no cold for your baby. And then you can immediately remove the shawl that you are covering your child. You remove the shawl, then you remove the clothes. I had removed it before. You remove the clothes. Then you wrap your baby with the towel that you want to use. With the towel that you want to use. Already your baby is sweating because she has just breastfed. You wrap your baby with the towel. So the first thing that you do also, you open the head. We need to understand that babies normally get cold through the skin. They don't only get through breathing. So when you expose your child completely, they can also get cold because of that. So you open the head first and you hold your baby like this. Because it's a small child, and you can hold your baby with the left hand or your right hand, depending on the hand that you are using. And this can be done by either the mother or the father or the close relative or someone who is also in that house. So this one should not only be taught to the young mothers only or the first-time mother. It should be learned by everyone in that family. And so you hold your baby like this. You have to check whether the water is conducive also for the child, because the way we check our waters when you are washing, our hands are a bit hard. So for the baby, it's hot if you check like that. So you should always check the water using your elbow to check whether the water is conducive for the child. It is okay. If it is not, then you add cold water so that it can be okay. So when you remove the head, you first wash the skull. You apply the soap to the skull. You massage it. You don't wash like the way we are done in the salon. You just massage it because the baby is still fragile, making sure the rest of the body is in this position. So you wash the skull. You wash the skull, of course, using also the soft cloth. Then you dry. You dry the skull. You dry the soft cloth. You come to the eyes. You can even have the small cotton wools. They are also very usable because you see, you can't touch the eyes with the soap. So the small cotton, small pieces, you hold one, you wipe the first eye, you throw it. The other one, you use it. The other eye, you throw it. Then for the ears also, you use the same. We don't use earbuds for the children. Even for the adults, we don't do it because naturally it just comes out. So even for the child, you use the small cotton balls. You make them like their balls. So you wipe the ear, one ear, you throw it. You wipe the other one, you throw it. You don't use from this ear to the other one. Why? Because if one ear has an infection, it will transfer to the other one. If one eye has an infection, it will transfer to the other one. So after that, already your baby is not exposed the rest part of the body. So you wipe the baby using the same towel. You make sure you dry the baby because we said the baby normally loses the heat, yes, through the skin, yes. If you have a cup, the coffeeers, the small cups for the baby, you dress the baby. Then already now the baby is covered on the head. You open the rest of the rest of the body very fast. You are doing this systematically and very fast. You hold your baby like in a sitting up position. So you are holding the back because this baby, you can't drop the baby inside. You can't force the baby to sit. You know, I have ever seen some mothers, they wash the baby, two of them. One holds the baby, the husband holds the baby, and the mother is cleaning. No, you can do it alone. By doing that, you hold, because you are...
You can do it, or you should do it alone.
Okay, we cannot say you should, because also there are some couples who are so much in love, they want to do it together. You can't deny that. So even if you want to do it together as a couple, the other partner can hold the towel, because you see, I don't want the baby to come out from the water when the baby is not clean. Like to hold the baby, the man holds the baby on top, and the wife is pouring the water. You see?
Yeah.
So then one of the partners can do it, as the other one watch and smiles at the baby, you know, because you see, we also need to communicate to the baby because she's not asleep. So kind of sitting up position, and then you hold your soap in the small cotton, the small towel. You start washing from the neck. You wash the neck, the hands, the legs. You don't need to turn your baby like this, because also the baby can still choke when in the waters. Yes, you don't need to. So you can lift slightly. The baby is not heavy. You are able to lift. You wash the buttocks, you wash the buttocks, you wash the buttocks. Then you can remove your baby using the same towel. It is dry. Very fast. You remove the baby, your baby, your baby. Your skin contact is very important, whether for your partner or for you as a mother. So by the time I'm holding my baby like this, still the baby is warm. Because the moment you remove the baby and you put the baby like just here, you know, you put the baby here and you remember, oh, sikuwa nimechukua the pamper, and you run for the pamper. Of course, the baby will get cold. So we also discourage that. And then now you hold on your baby like this, if possible, skin to skin. You don't need to use the towel direct to your skin. So you hold your baby like this as you wipe, as you dry the baby. Immediately you dry the baby, you remove this towel because it is cold. It is wet, sorry. So you interchange to the show. You interchange to the show. Very fast, systematically, so that you also don't hurt the baby. You remove the wet towel. At that point, you can return back your child to the breastfeeding. Because some mothers normally say, I can't wash my baby when it is too cold. But you see, in the house, as I had said before, there's a way that you keep the room warm. So outside is cold, but inside is not cold. And you see, this baby is also breastfeeding at that point. So how will this baby get cold? It's difficult. It's the way the mothers normally they handle them. So immediately you can breastfeed your baby. If you breastfeed your baby immediately, of course, the baby will be warm. So there is no way the baby gets cold. Yes.
I know you've been training mothers. What are the things you've seen that they are doing wrongly?
Most of the things that I have seen is like that one I have said, that they don't want to clean their babies because it is cold. Okay, of course I come to learn they don't know how to keep the rooms warm. You don't need to clean your baby in an open room, like the sitting room where everyone is moving up and down. You can use the enclosed room, like a bedroom. The other one is like I'm alone. I can't do it alone. I must have my partner. I have to wait for the father to come and hold my baby so that I can be able to clean the baby. It should not be so, because we have seen you can do it alone. And the mother should also be in the best, is in a better position, because you see, she can breastfeed the baby. But also the father can hold, the way I have shown you, skin to skin. We call it kangaroo. That one also helps to make the baby warm. If the mother is far, and probably it's the father who is doing it, you can have something warm for the baby. Meaning, immediately that she's out of the water, unampatia the hot thing. That baby will not get cold at all.
At what frequency should we bathe the baby? I mean, I've seen some mothers sometimes jump some days because they think maybe if we have bathed it today, tomorrow should jump and maybe wipe the baby.
Baby should be cleaned every day.
Bathing.
Yes. Reason being, children also get tired, because you see, the moment they are wrapped, they don't move, and also they sweat. Babies are like, they are human beings. It's only that they are small. Yeah, so the way also adults can wash once or twice per day, it should also be also for the child, depending also on where they are. That one we are speaking of a normal baby, because for a sick child, those are special cases. For a premature child, that's also for a special case. So for a normal baby, should be done on daily basis. By the way, they more expose the child than even dipping in. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Because if you ask them how they wipe the baby, they remove everything, even the clothes, and then they just wipe. We have said they lose the heat through the skin. You go for massaging. So immediately you have breastfed your baby. Now your baby is warm. You can lay baby grease on a flat surface, and we said it should be in an enclosed room. And then you start to apply
And all this time the room should be warm.
Of course. If it's the heater, it's still on. If the jiko, it is still on. The lights are still on, and the rooms are the doors and the windows are still closed. It's good for the parents to be sensitive to the oil that you use for your child, because some oils are very sensitive to the skin, and at the end we normally get the babies has allergies depending on which oil that you are using. So we normally advise for the mild oils.
Many people actually use milking jelly.
Okay.
Is that also recommended?
Okay, not really, because milking jellies are for the cows, and it's an assumption that it's okay for the child, but there's nowhere that we have recommended that milking jelly should be used for the child. If you use the mild oils, the other mild oils, it is still okay for the child. They are very comfortable, because they work as well. So we don't recommend for milking jelly. So you start with the head. We said it is systematic. You can't start from below going up. Reason being, head is the most sensitive area. You see, the eyes are there, the ears are there. So you can also bring infection to the eyes and to the mouth and to the ears. So you start with the skull systematically. You do it like you are massaging. You don't just apply. No, You do it like you are massaging the skull. Remember, before then, your baby had a cape. So you return back the cape. For the face, you do it, and then you cover. You come to the heads. You do it again. So for the heads, this should be a bit sensitive for the mothers, because you should at least don't just apply and then you dress. You should know everyone has a joint on this part. So at least try to massage your baby. You lift the head top like for 5 times as you are speaking to your child, stimulating the baby for 5 times, for 5 times. They feel so nice. The other side the same, and every joint. Do it systematically. You don't need to force your baby. If you are not sure, don't do it. If you are not sure that you are able to do it, please don't do it. Also on the joint, at the elbow, and these joints. Then you cover. Our main thing here is to make sure the baby is kept warm. The rest of the body and the hearts. At that point, your baby is now on diaper, because you have taken care of the buttocks and you have taken care of the front part. The legs the same. And the baby feels so good when you are doing that massage 5 times. Do it systematically. You don't need to force it, systematically. This plus the other part. And then you dress your child. Again, you lift your baby again. At that point, most of the babies normally sleep because now they have relaxed. Yes. Then you can just lay your child on bed and clear the environment and then continue with your lifestyle. This can take even 10 minutes at most. Yes, because the moment you have known how to go about it, it just flows. And you see, at that time, maybe you are on maternity leave, so you are in the house. You are not running up and down. Yes. At what time? Is it in the morning or in the evening? It depends on the schedule that you, because like the working mothers, depending on what time they leave the job, because we advise the mothers to do it. Let us not delegate these noble jobs to our house girls. Our house girls are very important. They do great works. But when it comes to your child, do it, because it also helps in bonding. So depending on the time that you leave work, if you said you'll be washing your baby from probably 3 p.m., do it, because it will be like a pattern. When your baby learns that they are cleaned at 3, unaona tu hata anaanza kusubua. Like they start to communicate. They know. There are some, depending on where, like places that are so warm, they clean in the morning and in the evening. Yes.
Twice a day?
Yes, twice a day, depending on where they are. There are places that the baby sweat a lot and they are uncomfortable. Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for educating us, and I hope we have you again for some more knowledge.
Thank you so much.
Thanks guys for sticking with us. Kindly subscribe to our channel and we learn more.